Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Appetizer. My name is Sam Donchis, and today I'm going to be analyzing a trailer that I am really excited for. Guardians of the Galaxy. If you watched the first episode of the Film Feast, you'd know that I have been waiting for this trailer for probably longer than you'd know. The fact that it wasn't included during the Super Bowl was a little bit heartbreaking, but again, I understand they gotta focus on Captain America, but at the same time, Marvel is smart. They gotta strike when the iron's hot. That means putting a trailer out way before Captain America comes out for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's definitely gonna be Marvel's biggest risk yet. I think what they're going to be doing in the next couple of months is doing a lot of kind of name branding, putting these characters' names out there because there are a lot of characters in this movie, a lot of names to keep track of. And I can see it already with what they're doing with the toys and merchandising. They're putting out a lot of stuff. I saw pictures from this last weekend's Toy Fair 2014, and there's just a lot of really cool stuff, not just action figures, but like scale figurines who light up and make sounds, and they have a Rocket Raccoon mask and the Star-Lord mask, and I think this is the most merchandising that they're putting out for a movie shy of the Avengers. However, I think Marvel has a good lengthy road between now and August 1st, the movie's release date, for them to really drive the film home, not just with viral marketing, but with, in-your-face TV spots that will probably start in late May and run all the way to the end of August in the movie's release. But anyway, let's get down to the trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy. There's that logo. Yeah, baby. Really excited. Sorry, I'm really excited for this movie. Now, if you're like me, you didn't know that Guardians of the Galaxy existed before Comic-Con 2.5 years ago. This was a big opportunity for me to start really digging and really finding out about these characters. I read a few of the comics and I got a general idea for what they were going for, but then I found out that James Gunn was going to be directing the movie, and I haven't seen Slither yet, but I have seen Super, and that movie is demented. I was like, this guy's directing a Marvel movie? That sounds amazing. And then slowly over the next year, they were rolling out the cast, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, and then I was like, wait, Chris Pratt is going to be in the movie? Chris Pratt is in Parks and Recreation? Chris Pratt? And then I just started seeing all these, I had all these ideas in my head of this guy playing this character, and it all just worked so well in my head. Chris Pratt sounds like just the perfect leading man for a sci-fi action movie. So, getting into the trailer, we have a good first look at Chris Pratt as Peter Quill, Star-Lord. He has a good little Indiana Jones moment where he picks up something that clearly doesn't belong to him, and then he gets caught, he gets busted. We get a really good feel for the character in that moment. The way the heavy music just builds up and then stops automatically. I was almost like, wait, did my sound just break on my computer? Cut to an introduction to John C. Reilly's character, and also, I didn't even know this actor was in it. Peter Serafinowicz is also in it. They start lining up all the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's Drax the Destroyer, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Star-Lord, Peter Quill. Who calls him Star-Lord? Mostly himself. That's a great line, just already putting in the minds of the audience what this character is all about. He's kind of pompous, he has a very big ego, and he kind of fancies himself a badass. We see Peter get into a little bit of a scuffle with another prison inmate who puts on his Walkman headphones and is listening to Hooked on a Feeling, which is the main song that runs throughout the trailer. And you don't usually think a song like Hooked on a Feeling is going to be a solid trailer song unless it's a romantic comedy or something. But no, not with James Gunn, not with Marvel. They said, we want this song to be our trailer song. From there, the music kind of helps to transition into a big montage of action sequences. Don't really know exactly what's going on. There's obviously a big aerial battle above a planet, and then there's also a prison breakout. I think that's going to be a really big early sequence. We see Rocket Raccoon jumping on Groot's shoulders, blasting motherfuckers all around him. It looks amazing. The visual effects in this trailer are top notch, because I don't think Marvel's gonna settle for any less. During this big action montage, we also get to see bits of Jimon Hansu's character, as well as Benicio del Toro, who was at the mid-credits section of Thor: The Dark World, and also Karen Gillan's character. and she's pretty much unrecognizable, especially since she shaved her head for the role and then has a ton of makeup. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I didn't see any of Glenn Close's character or Michael Rooker's character, which is, unfortunate, but there's only so much that you can fit into a couple minutes of trailer, and I'm sure we're going to see them in the next trailer, and if not, we'll see them in the movie. And then the trailer ends far too soon with John C. Reilly's character saying they call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Peter Serafinowicz's character says, "What a bunch of a-holes," and that is the perfect line. I remember seeing that in the Comic-Con footage, and I said to myself, oh, that's not going to make the final cut. That's not going to even make the trailer. But it did, which is awesome. I'm clearly just overwhelmed with all the stuff that I saw in this trailer, and I can't wait for the next trailer, especially because I think we're going to get a lot more story details in the next trailer. I think what Marvel was trying to do with this trailer, again, was pushing the names, kind of giving you the good, solid central cast, a good bit of action to know what you're in for, usual Marvel fare, and also, most importantly, just a good idea of the brand of humor that's going to be in this movie, a good idea of the tone. This is going to be a very lighthearted movie with solid action, great acting, and you've also got Bradley Cooper doing the voice of Rocket Raccoon and Vin Diesel just saying "I am Groot" over and over and over again, which is still, I think, gonna add a lot of comedy. Other little bits that I got from this trailer, seeing Dave Bautista in all that makeup, but also I really think he gives it's at least a compelling performance through all of that. There's that one shot of him with his eyes, and he's just kind of staring through you. It's really, really something. I haven't seen Man with the Iron Fists, so I don't know how good he does in that. I haven't heard great things about his acting capabilities, but the verdict is still out for me. And who's that big ugly dude, holding him up and choking him like that? I am definitely excited to see more story, more characters, more humor, more everything from Guardians of the Galaxy. It is probably one of my top 3 most anticipated movies of the year, if not the most anticipated movie of the year. If you haven't checked out the trailer yet, go check it out. I've put a link in the D-Box, and just enjoy. Thank you for watching The Appetizer.